Hey, your car guy, Bill DeBoer over here at DeBoer's Auto. I just wanted to make a quick video today and talk to everybody about apps for your phone and how to use those apps to find charging stations for your electric vehicle. So they're EV charging app locators. So Heidi, if you guys have been around DeBoer's Auto, I'm sure you've ran into Heidi at a time or two. Her aunt recently, she took a trip in, and as usual, her plane was delayed. She got in like 11 o'clock at night into Newark, went down, got her rental car, and they never said anything for it. And she started driving down the road and noticed that she had to fuel up, or so she thought fuel up, right? So what they ended up doing was giving her an electric vehicle, and they wasn't charged. So there she is running around at night trying to find an electric station. Luckily, the gas station that she stopped at, somebody was a good Samaritan and helped her out and had her follow him to a charging station. But then once she got there, she had to sit there for another 4 hours until the vehicle charged up. So obviously there's some problems about EV vehicles, and even though you may not have one, you could end up in an instance like her aunt where you will need to find a charging station, and that's where these apps come into play. So we made a list of our top 5 apps that we like and what we use when we are out there looking for EV charging stations. So number 1 we like is ChargeHub. The second one that we like is PlugShare. Another one is Electrify America, and those are generic ones. There's a lot of user-generated content in there, so like you can see if you're looking on the map and you're trying to find a charging station, you can look in there and there'll be reviews of that charging station, whether it's online, offline, whether somebody was just there yesterday, what the charge rate was, because sometimes the charge rates can fluctuate. So they'll tell you how accurate the charge rates are on there. And then there's a couple other apps that we have too. So the other one is Autel, which is the unit that we have at our building. So if you have the Autel app, you can locate Autel chargers, and you can also load your credit card in there. So when you show up at an Autel charger, you can just have your credit card ready to go and you can charge it off of that. And then lastly, the other one is ChargePoint, and they're kind of like the 100-pound gorilla in the charging space right now. They have a number of retail locations rolled out, and it's a very popular charging unit. And they have their own app where you can find their charging stations. Some of them are free and some of them they charge for, but it's a good app to have too. So if you're ever thinking that you may or may not have a need to find a charging station, you should download one of these apps or maybe a couple of them to cross-reference and really hone in on those charging stations, because they're not all created the same either, right? So there's level 1, level 2, and level 3 chargers. So level 1 is your typical at-home, plug it into a regular wall outlet, charge your vehicle. Level 2 is going to be kind of a destination charger. That's what we have at DeBoer's Auto here. It's the most common that you'll find out there, and it's common because it's cost effective at the moment. But the problem or downside is that it takes a while to fully charge a vehicle off it. So it's something like if you go to a hotel and you plug into that, it's charging overnight and you'll be back in business. It's not something you can roll up and an hour later have a full charge like a level 3, which would be a DC fast charger, and that would get you up and running obviously in a much shorter time period. But I hope this helps. For this and some other great tips, head on over to www.deboersauto.com to learn more there.